we never moved from Gainesville. So, you know, I grew up in Gainesville, Florida, and there aren't sisters and habits. Like there was unhabited older sisters at the parish I went to growing up, and little girl me saw them, and they didn't smile very much. They didn't look very happy. So I was like, oh my gosh, like if I don't get married, that's what's going to happen to me. That's like plan B, you know. He found me in the midst of this, and for the first time in my life, I met people who actually wanted to get to know me for me. And for so long I was trying to be like perfect in whatever I thought perfect was. And so I kept coming back to the campus ministry program to be with those people. And it was like through those people, like who went to daily mass, who went to confession outside of like the forced times I was forced to go to at the Catholic school. So by this time I was still like, okay, well, girls who can't get married, this is what happens to them. But when some of my peers were like intentionally discerning religious life, and they explained to me what the vocation really was, then I started to become a little bit more open to the possibility to that for me too. Because when, for example, one of my roommates, she was an aerospace engineer, smart, beautiful, then all of a sudden one day she's like, I think I need to start discerning religious life. And I got really scared because I was like, Mary, no, like you can totally get married. Like, and she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, women who can't get married become nuns, right? And she's like, no, like the vocation to religious life is a supernatural relationship with Jesus. You marry Jesus. And I'm like, you can do that? Like, and so like when she was explaining her interior life to me very vulnerably, like a lot of what she said really struck me. And I was like, oh no, that could be me. So when the campus minister, who was, we call it nunting, like looking for an order of nuns to invite
Yeah.
on. And then after the retreat, they stayed at my house. And then
Nice.
so then I was like, oh, like they're normal. And like, and I noticed like, you know, I can be myself around them. And right before we took them back to the airport so that they can fly back to Cleveland, Ohio, which is where our formation house is right now. One of the sisters turned around and looked at me and said, you know, if you ever want to like visit with us, you can. And so that was the opening. Here we are.